Welcome back, everybody. I am your host, When Main Event, and in this video we have a lot to cover. We have Pack-a-Punch, the Easter egg, the Wonder Weapon. There's just so much to cover, not enough time, honestly. Anyways, let's just go ahead and jump right into this, and hopefully you can try and keep up as fast as you can. Anyways, let's go. Alright, so the first thing you want to make sure you go ahead and do is get all the way up to where the Spaz 12 is, right underneath this little front of the plane. You'll see a little gray box. You want to go ahead and make sure you shoot that, open that, and you'll be able to pick that up later on after you've turned on the power and enter the Dark Aether. Now to do that though, you have to turn on the power, and to turn on the power, you obviously go all the way to the bottom of the map, and then you'll have to turn on Terminal 1 and 2, or A or B, whichever you prefer. But once you have turned both of those terminals on, the Dark Aether Portal will spawn in. Now from there, you want to go ahead and make sure you take that little teleporter, hold square or X or whatever the game tells you to press. You want to go ahead and make sure you do that, and you'll teleport into the Dark Aether. From here, you want to go all the way back up to where you saw that gray box, and you will now see it open again. But now you'll be able to pick up the part, and that is one of the steps that you'll need to upgrade one of 4 Wonder Weapon parts. Now from here, you want to make sure you get all the way down by Quick Revive, or in your game it might be by Jug. You take that teleporter, you'll see a little particle lights floating around. That is the Pack-a-Punch part that you'll need. You place that down, and now you're ready to Pack-a-Punch. From here, you want to make sure you go ahead and get right under Pack-a-Punch, shoot these little blue orbs, and there's another one right here, right by their armory. The next location is right across from that, right on the way to Deadshots, and there's one right behind Pack-a-Punch after going up the stairs, and the final location, which is right here, right outside of Elemental Pop. And no, you do not need to shoot these all in this specific order. They can be done in any order you prefer. But now, from here, you can either just stay here and wait or whatever, but once that's done, you can go ahead and pick up your reward, one of them which will be Jug, and a random gun from blue to green to orange or purple. But from here is when you want to have a dog round, or it should be a dog round. You want to take advantage of that by getting a dog down there, killing them near the canister or location. It sucks their Nova essence up, the Nova gas up, and you're basically already a step ahead of the game. You don't even have to wait for the canister thing. So after that dog round, it should have a Megaton spawn, and you want to make sure he shoots at that tree before you end up lighting him up. But once he has hit the tree and it lights up purple, you can proceed to kill him and pick up his little key card that he drops. Now you want to take that key card, take it down to Deadshot, put it in the machine, and out will come a remote control. You want to take that remote control and go all the way up to where Notch is located. You'll see a hole, and it'll say discharge, and you want to turn it on. And sometimes you'll notice it'll say beginning cooldown, which means that's okay. You can always turn it back on again, and you can proceed to getting kills, as you see right there. Once that is done though, you can proceed to discharge the machine. And once that is done, the door will fly open, and now you have a Wonder Weapon. And if it doesn't spawn there, or your friend took it, you can always get it through challenges. And to say for the challenges, it's pretty high. You must be really unlucky if you can't get through the challenges, as you see here. Anyways, once you have the Wonder Weapon, you want to make sure you go all the way up to the top of Notch, shoot that box, and move on to where the canister is, which is on the other side. Suck that canister up, and then we will be ready to move on. Alright, so now that you have picked up that canister, you want to go ahead and go outside by Quick Revive, pick up the empty flask, and place it by the tree that's lighting up purple. Place it right down there, and in the meantime while you're doing that, you can go ahead and go down to Deadshot, place the little canister, and it will proceed to suck up all the remaining Nova 6 gas. Or, well, in this case, technically it's Nova 5. Once you pick that canister up, you want to take it back to the top, place it right on top of that little box located by the Spaz 12 and Juggernaut. From here, though, you want to make sure you go ahead and knife it or shoot it, and then it will spread all over the box, leading you being able to open it. And now you have the upgraded Nova Wonder Weapon. So from here, you can go ahead and pick up that blue flask that is covered in the ice element. Place it on top of that box, and you'll notice the chains break off. And now you have the ice element, or the cryo freeze, as they call it. And now we can proceed to the actual steps of the Easter egg. First thing you want to do is make sure you go ahead and turn on that anomaly, and it will proceed to take you in the dark ether. From here, you have to find one of 3 parts for the ether scope. One part is located in the basement, right by Pack-a-Punch, as you see here. And note, once you do pick it up, the enemy dogs, or the Nova dogs, will spawn, so be ready. The next location is right outside of Nacht, right out in the front by spawn, and the last location is located all the way right by Jug, right on top of the plane. After you pick up all 3 parts, it will teleport you out of the dark ether, and you want to go ahead and go to the bottom, assemble that, and you are now ready for the next step of the Easter egg. Alright, so for this next step, what you want to do is you'll notice that an anomaly will spawn in right by Speed Cola. You want to open that anomaly, go inside the room with the computer, and you're going to see a book right there. You want to make sure you go ahead and pick up that book, and there will be 3 anomaly ghosts, or whatever you want to call them, spawn in. And no, you do not have to stay by them and listen to them finish their quotes. We don't have time for this. So, you go ahead and do that one location, then you run to the second location, give the guy the book, let him go ahead and read and talk to himself like usual. And then the final location, well, unfortunately you kind of have to stay there and listen. So, in the meantime, you can go ahead and let him talk. After you've done all 3 locations, you are now ready to put in the password, which is AHV, I don't remember. Anyways, once you go ahead and put in that password, now is the part where you need all 4 wonder weapons. Alright, just to slow things down for a little bit, you need this little teleporter right here to spawn if you want to get the other 2 wonder weapon parts. That includes the fire and the electric element. If you do not have that part up to here, you might want to go back and check in the video and make sure that you have everything leading up to this. Anyways, let's go ahead and continue the video. Alright, so for this next step, we're going to go ahead and be upgrading the fire element version of this wonder weapon. You've already picked up the part early from the very beginning of the game, which is the little laser that you need. Now, you want to make sure you take all 3 teleporters, and then you're done. That's it. The one from Jug to the bottom all the way up to Notch, and the last one being from Quick Revive all the way back to Deadshot. Once you go ahead and do that, you will be able to get the piece you needed. But, just a quick note, you do not have to do it in a specific order. It is just the order that I choose to do whenever I play the game. I just took the last teleporter just because I felt like it. I didn't want to waste any more time, like I kind of already am now. But once you've taken all 3 teleporters, you'll notice this little box spawn, only in the dark ether. You hold square on that, and you'll notice that the laser just starts zapping the box. Once you have done that, you'll leave the dark ether, and you will teleport out of there, and you want to go all the way back to where the box is all the way by Quick Revive. Get on top of that truck, or whatever it's called, open it up, and the box will open and give you your fire element. And now time for the tricky one, which is technically not too tricky, but you may or may not need more than 1 person. You want to make sure that you go ahead and use that little teleport at the bottom, because it only works with that specific teleporter. You want to go ahead and use that anomaly, open it. Once you go in the dark ether, you will see 3 crystals around the map. The first one is right above Notch, the second is right near Jug, and the last one being right near Quick Revive. Now, it is a little bit hard to do to get all 3 by yourself, but I somehow managed to do it. I'm not a boss or anything, it's just I got lucky. As you see here, that is the second crystal. You want to take the teleport down and go to the box again and shoot it, and you want to make sure you're right on top of the box. You don't have to be, but I personally recommend it, because there have been some times where you'll be really far away and you may miss your shot somehow. So just to be safe, just go ahead and suck the last one up right by Jug, take the teleporter down, and just go run right all the way over to that last location and zap it. And now you have the electric element. And you know what that means? You're done. You have all 4 wonder weapons. Well, technically not all 4 wonder weapons, but you know what I mean. All 4 wonder weapon elements. Now that you have all 4 elemental wonder weapons, you go ahead and shoot that location right there for the Nova. Then you want to get the next one, which is fire. And once again, you do not have to do these in a specific order. I'm just doing it in the order that works best for me. Take the next one, which is electric. Go ahead and shoot that location. And last but not least, cryo freeze. You want to go ahead and pick that one up and go ahead and shoot it. And now that you've done that, you're ready to move on to the next step, which is getting the teleporter open, which is as simple as 1, 2, 3. Go into the dark ether, and from here you'll notice that 2 little ghosts or anomalies, whatever you want to call them, spawn in, and you want to go ahead and let them talk for however long as they want to talk. Anyways, once that is done though, you'll teleport out of the dark ether. You'll notice a little wrench spawn in, and from here you want to take that all the way up to where this tank is, right outside of Nacht. And you go ahead and keep hitting it until a zombie spawns in. You kill him, throw a Semtex or a grenade at it. You'll notice the tank shoot. Something falls off the tree. I want to call it like a jingle bell or whatever. You take this little thing and you take it all the way down by Speed Cola. I'd highly recommend that you wait till the end of the round to do this. But anyway, once you have done that, you put that in. It powers a little tube thing up, and you want to make sure from here you get one of the big guys to spawn in. You don't have to do them side by side. You can take them in one at a time, as you see here. Once you get both of them in though, that's when you want to get all your teammates inside the room at once. Hit the little computer and you'll notice that they start to form. From here, you're basically ready to go into the boss fight. So you want to make sure that you get everything that you need before you go in. From here though, once you see Orlov run into the next room, you might want to get ready to run, because a few big guys and a few dogs are going to spawn. It's going to be a whole new round. Once you have done that though, go into the dark ether again at Nacht, and you will see an anomaly show up right there. You pick up that, because that is the last target we need for the family photo. Once he is done talking though, he will disappear, and you will now teleport back to the regular world. From here, this is when you go ahead and pick up the family photo. Alright, so now that you picked up the little family photo, you're going to teleport to the boss fight immediately. So once again, make sure that you are good and go, ready to roll before you come on in here. Anyways, once you have now picked up that family photo, Orlov is going to pick it up and he's going to get in the fills. In the meantime, get ready to protect him. Go ahead and blow up the facility. While he's doing that, you're going to go ahead and kill all the zombies and all the big guys that are about to spawn on you, and there's going to be a ton of them. And there's 3 locations that he needs to go to for you to protect him. Once you get all 3 of those locations, you are done and you need to leave the facility, or technically the particle accelerator. Basically, you're about to exfil now. From here, you want to go ahead and avoid the blue flames. If you touch the blue flames, you are going to die, as you see my friend right here. So avoid them. Anyways, take this route that I'm taking now. I'm not sure if the blue flames stayed in the same exact area for every game, but take this route and go ahead and be careful, not do what I almost just did, going in the wrong area. But once you go ahead and do that, you go ahead and get on top of the helicopter. You're going to say bye-bye zombies, and you have now completed the Easter egg with all the extra remaining steps. Yes, it was a little extra, but we have gotten through this. Anyways, thank you all for watching this big video, and be sure to leave a like, and I will see you later for more tutorials and extra vids coming soon. Peace out, everybody.